world-famous Moldau Monasteries, also known as the Bukowina Monasteries, are among the most beautiful examples of Romanian art. These unique monasteries have been designated as one of UNESCO's architectural monuments. The external paintings of Humor, one of the oldest of the 5 great Moldau monasteries, date from the early 16th century. Here, an artist from the city of Tolma portrayed himself on some of the frescoes and thus became immortal. From floor to ceiling, the entire monastery is decorated with magnificent icons. "44 churches and monasteries date back to the much-loved Prince Stefan the Great, who reigned between 1457 and 1504. It was then that this region's culture was at its zenith. The inscription above the entrance to the Humor Monastery names a further monarch as its patron, Theodore Bubuioc, and the artwork within the monastery is no less beautiful than that of the building's exterior. The artistic and highly treasured work of this unusual monastic church was completed in 1535. The Voronezh Monastery dates back to 1488. It was donated by Stefan the Great after a victorious battle against the Turks. Thanks to its abundance of impressive and superb artwork, the Voronezh Monastery was known as the 16th Chapel of the East. The Moldovica Monastery was first mentioned in 1402. During the 16th century, it was destroyed by a landslide, but was rebuilt in 1532. The Moldavian architecture of the religious buildings combines with elements of Gothic and Renaissance architecture, and the majority of Moldau's churches are adorned with colourful frescoes. The Sucevița Monastery is in a picturesque location and is one of the most well-preserved churches in the Moldau region. Between 1595 and 1606, the church's splendid frescoes were created under the artistic direction of the artists Ion and Sofroni. The amazing diversity of the beautifully illustrated individual images of angels and martyrs is considered to be unique in Moldavian architecture. The interior of the Bukowina Monastery shines out in majestic splendor. Illustrated stories from the Old and the New Testament adorn its walls and ceilings. The Arbore Monastery was dedicated to John the Baptist, and the portrayal of the legend of George on the external facade is particularly noteworthy. Although a number of wall paintings have not stood the test of time, the Arbore frescoes still manage to convey the splendor of Romanian religious art. Massive, well-fortified walls surround the eye-catching Dragomirna Monastery that was built between the years 1602 and 1609. Its prominent tower is richly decorated with numerous rosettes. Compared to other church towers in this region, at a height of 32 meters, it is unusually tall. Beyond its mighty walls, there is a tranquil, idyllic atmosphere. Compared to the height of the chapel tower, the width of the church is surprisingly narrow. The interior of the Dragomirna Monastery, with its miniature wall paintings and the splendor of its ornate decor, is particularly impressive. As with some of the other Moldau monasteries, a number of its frescoes have been damaged or destroyed by the passage of time. However, the majority of these unique and intriguing monuments of Romanian art will hopefully be preserved forever.